I'm right in the middle of doing a deep dive training about business and how to run a profitable and successful business in the therapy field. And I'm recording it here in Washington, D.C., and my camera guy found this amazing park where they have these cherry blossoms, so we went to go visit. And they're just beautiful, mesmerizing cherry blossoms. And I knew that D.C. was famous for cherry blossoms, but I didn't really know a whole lot about them. And I recently learned that they only bloom for a few weeks per year. So if you want to see them, you have to be in the right moment at the right time to take advantage of the moment. And here we are walking along this park where all these beautiful cherry blossoms are. You can see them, they're lining the Potomac here. And I started thinking about my journey to where I am now as a business person. And I think people look at me now and I got this big brand and massive following and a multi-seven-figure business and all that stuff. What I keep thinking about are my moments and the moments that happened in my life that had I not been at the right place at the right time and taken advantage of those moments, I wouldn't be here. For example, I remember sitting in my office and super stressing about how I was going to get clients. And I remember meeting someone that was an expert in this field. He had built a massive therapy practice. And I was really struggling to get clients and I didn't know what to do. And I mustered up all of my courage and I called this person and asked if I could take them to lunch and pick their brain and ask them questions. And they told me a whole bunch of answers about how I could grow my practice. And before too long, I had a very big, thriving therapy practice. I remember the moment after about 8 years of running a full private practice, I got really interested in sharing my ideas about solution-focused brief therapy. But I didn't know how to do that. I didn't know how to pivot away from just doing psychotherapy. And I had learned about this guy online that was really good at marketing. And I reached out to him and he helped me. And he became my mentor. And he's my mentor to this very day and it helps me learn how to get my message out into the world. Had I not seized the moment, I wouldn't be in this position. Oftentimes success comes down to being able to seize the moment and take advantage of the moments and the opportunities that are right in front of you. And so many times we're held back by our fears, our insecurities, our hesitations, our desire not to annoy people or wanting to be comfortable, that we don't take advantage of the moment. I'm doing this free training because I want to see my peers and my colleagues succeed. Our field is one of the most underpaid and underappreciated fields in the world. Let me give you an example. 40 years ago, there was a TV show called Newhart. And the TV show was about a guy named Bob Newhart. And he had these guys who lived in his house, like my brother Daryl, my other brother Daryl. Some of you might remember this show. In the show, Bob Newhart was a psychotherapist. Do you know how much he charged in his show 40 years ago? $100 per session. Fast forward 20 years from there was another TV show called Growing Pains, where the father ran a psychotherapy practice from his house. Do you want to know how much he charged for his therapy? $100. And today, the average cost of therapy throughout this country is $100. There is no other industry that has not increased with the cost of living, because the cost of living is certainly different now than it was in the late 70s, early 80s when Newhart happened, but therapists have received no increase of living. It's the same. And part of it is because we don't understand how to market our businesses, how to run our businesses, and how to be successful. So as a consequence, the population of psychotherapists are desperate and thus are not earning any more now than they did 40 plus years ago. The reason I'm doing this training is I want you to grow. I want you to build the business of your dreams that will allow you to hit your financial goals and live the type of financially free life that you want to live. But in order to do that, you have to take advantage of the moment. These trees only bloom a few weeks per year, and if you miss it, it's missed. And I can tell you opportunities like those magical moments, they don't come around every day. And if you miss them, they're missed. So be on the lookout. grab these opportunities. Pay attention to the tea leaves, like pay attention to the opportunities coming your way. And when you get one, seize it, because those are the things that are going to completely transform your life.